Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Breach Battles, Round 7 of our Round Robin, the final of these pre-recorded sessions of Malifaux 3rd Edition that we are playing here on the Ink and Lyre channel. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I've got 3 games for you this evening, about an hour is what we're looking at here. So it's a game between Zach and I play, Brent and Lauren play, and then I believe it's Jake and Dylan, I think, have a game as well. So the three of us, it's a wonderful evening. But before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and get through these announcements real quick. We want to make sure that everybody knows about our partners at Nine Realms Gaming. Nine Realms Gaming makes the best tabletop RPG accessories that this realm has to offer. They make dice trays, dice towers, hex vaults, all that kind of fun stuff. You can go check them out at ninerealmsgaming.com and use our promo code to get a discount on your purchase. It's Lyre 10, I think. So you can go do that as well. A couple other quick announcements. We have the snonk emoji with the vampire teeth right now. We've got the chaotic petty emoji up as well for those of you who reach 5,000 bits given to the channel, and there's a few people who are getting close to that as well. So that's available for you guys right now, which is awesome. And let's see. I think that's all I have right now. Let me just check to my announcements just to make sure. Don't think I've got anything else. Oh, join us tomorrow for the roundtable wrap up of Candlekeep Mysteries, which is now over, and then there's no short rest this Friday either. And of course, we are off all next week from taking a break as a channel, so we will not be here for this last week in October, and then we're coming back in November the 1st. So I think that's it. So I'm gonna get these out. Oh, and I do want to let you guys all know that on that November 2nd, when we come back with Breach Battles live, we are starting the main tournament. The matchups have been set, and we're very excited to bring them to you. The first game that you're going to get to see is our wonderful Jake, Hughes, and Brent Hegwood as they fight in whatever test draws up for us. So it's going to be really exciting. You're going to see a more narrative style. I think there's a story of sorts that's going on with it, and so Tess will help us get through that. So it'll be a little bit more, a little bit more role play to go along with the actual live parts of the game, and just you'll get to see the craziness of the flips and the strategies that we imply and all those kind of fun things too. So check that out. You'll see Jake and Brent on the 2nd. So very excited. I'm gonna get us in there, and I will see you all at the end of the episode.
we're here back at the bayou. This looks like a bayou ass map. And we are on my home turf, so I like the sound of that. But here it is, Ophelia LaCroix playing, going up against what's her face over here, Asami Tanaka. Oh boy, and she got a mouth on the back of her head where the demons come from. Oh my god. But first up is the home turf, which is going to be Ophelia over here, with. You know, your lover Ophelia with the trash up here that she can just equip and throw at people. Then we got the young LaCroix, 3 of them to be exact. Francois with his sword, and he loves hitting people on the head with that sword. We got Père Ravage, who blows things up, but I'm gonna maybe set some people on fire this game. No, I don't need another one. Only one. Toss them aside. We got the newcomer to the game, Raphael LaCroix, which is interesting because he got a long gun, interesting, but then he also likes to scare people, make them terrorize them, push them away, which would be nice, but all of the enemy models have laugh off, so they can't be moved. So might have made a mistake on that part, but maybe his long gun will come in and do some beating damage. And then Mary LaCroix flying over with the jetpack, throwing bombs, and having a grand old time laughing it off. That is where I'm at. I think. Why don't we go ahead and let Danny introduce his crew over there?
All right, cool. So welcome Zach to round 7 of.
Hold up. I know. I told Lauren that. I don't think I told everyone this, but my name is not Zach. It is Bayou Boss Gizmo. That's my stage name that I picked for myself.
Bayou Boss.
Yeah, I got the big hat. Got the accent.
So sorry, Bayou Boss. All right. So my name's Daniel. So I brought Asami to this fight. I'm very, very excited. Yes. So here's what we did. We brought the summoner. We brought from the maw, from the hair, all the Oni and the death and everything that's coming. So we got Asami coming up here tonight with the Mankaju, I guess, everything that he does. And we brought three of the baddest boys, all the 10 Thunders. Fuatasu, I think is his name. He is a Gatling gun man. He's just here to just blow Bayou Bob and the LaCroix out of the swamp where they are. Minako Ray, and she's amazing and beautiful and going to just run all over this map. And then of course the obsidian statue, big dragon boy coming in from the top rope. So very excited to have all those on our team. Shout out to Tess for this wonderful map that we have made. We are currently playing Turf War. So Turf War is for those of you who don't know, this is the one where we got 5 strategy markers. You got to interact with them in order to change them over to your team. They can go to neutral, and you get points for however many you have. You need 1, 2, 3, and 4, all to the way to the top. So that's what this particular game is going to be. Very exciting, very, very exciting. So super happy to be here. Zach, do you want to talk? Oh, Bayou Bob. Sorry, that's on me. Do you want to talk about your schemes and stuff like that? I'll take my ears out for a minute.
Yeah, Bayou Boss Gizmo. We'll talk about his schemes and strategies.
All right, I'm my ears out. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. My scheme is assassinate. My first scheme is about to be assassinate. Oh yeah, he's dragging him on out. My first scheme is about to be assassinate, because we do not want no demons crawling out of mouths. My second scheme is going to be the hidden martyrs, because this is about to be a bloodbath. Let's be honest. It's okay if some of my dudes die, because they're gonna die anyway. But it's okay. We can. Fine. It's okay to let your kin die sometimes, especially if it gives him points. So my hidden martyrs are going to be Père Ravage and Mary LaCroix. So that's where I'm at with that. Have them run up, have them blow some fire around, and then they'll take some. They'll be on fire. Maybe you could waste a turn putting the fire out, but then that's just a turn that they don't get to shoot, which I'm down for. So. Those are my schemes. I'm going to wave at Daniel to let him know that I'm back in.
Okay, I'm coming on back. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in. All right, cool.
I'm going to mute my computer and then leave the room because my setup's all kinds of fucking weird. So send me a text on when you're done.
Okay. So here's what I'll do. What I'll do is I'll introduce mine, and then I'll stop recording, and then I'll just text you back, and we'll come back into it. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right, y'all. Let's see. So, all right. Bayou Boss has left us. It's just me now. So, for our schemes, we know this is a turf war, and our idea for this was we're going to be playing a. Don't know what Bayou Boss said, but we're going to be playing a defensive game here. The way that we're set up here, we want to be like a mid-level defensive style game, throwing some summons out to distract him as we complete our missions and whatnot. So what we're going to be doing is we're bringing Hidden Martyrs, and for Hidden Martyrs, I have chosen Minako Rei, and then my totem, the Kaju. The thought there is that if Minako Rei dies, that's actually good for me. And she's going to have to go over to the other side of the building, and she can do her own thing over there. So very excited to have her over there. We're pretty excited about having that as our choices. And then the idea is that the Makaju will at the very end be chilling, and he'll be able to get into base contact with someone on the final turn, hopefully we'll have the action economy, make sure he goes last and score that last end game there. Finally, we took bait and switch. We have chosen Francois as our bait and switch target here. Two reasons. Number one, I didn't like any of the other schemes for this particular game, especially a defensive one. So we want to get the sword man up close with us, and then I'm going to use Asami to actually reach out with the tendrils and pull him into position after his turn is over. And that's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to get the reveal. And then by defending our deployment zone, we can make sure we have that in-game scheme as well. I think I can score 6, maybe 7 points this game. So pretty excited about that. So I'm going to send this into the recording. Like I said, shout out to Test for this wonderful map that they have made. And we'll go from there. So I'm gonna pause here. We'll let you know what happens at the end of round 1. All right, we are back at the end of round 1. For Team Asami, things have been going pretty well. We were able to get we were able to successfully summon 2 creatures at Tengu and the Katashiro, so we got both of these on our side now. They're living their best lives. And then I got one guy over here who, maybe he's not living his best life. He might die any moment. But we feel like we're in a good position. No scoring for us on the first round. Got a little bit of damage to Asami, but otherwise everything seems to be going pretty well. How's it going? I see the families moving as a unit over here. What's going on over here, Bayou Boss?
We got family. A family sticks together unless they die, which will be fine. I took a few hits from Paperboy over here. This Katashiro, but it's fine. I tried targeting this obsidian statue over here, but he's a big tough boy. Can't hit that big tough boy every now and then. But what is gonna happen is next turn, all my dudes are a little bit closer, so I don't got to spend so much time shooting shit. Spend so much time moving around, so we can get right down to the blood and guts, which is what I'm here for. So yeah, I got one strategy marker. Just one's all we need. One at a time, and then we're gonna win this game. Is the moral of the story. But that's where I'm at right now, and I'm excited to see the next round.
It kind of looks like it. It feels like you're in a pretty good spot right this second.
We will definitely see what happens.
I feel like we're going with 2 completely opposite strategies. Everyone you have is within like 6 of one another, and everyone I have is all spread out. So I guess we'll see how these things go over the next round. So
That's right. Keep spreading your boys out, and we'll get this figured out. But yeah.
All right. Well, we'll be back at the end of round 2. This is in round 1. No one scored. We'll be back at the end of round 2 with an update of how things are going. So, bye.
All right. We have my family's a little bit split out at the moment, but it's fine. We got the bonds of family that are keeping us together. We had some exciting action because Ophelia tried to help everyone and hurt the paper boy at the same time, giving 3 of my dudes +3 shielding, and it helped him out a lot because when I moved my dudes over, Gatling Gunner kind of screwed him up a little bit. The big totem boy kind of disappeared.
Goragumo.
No, the first boy. Francois beat up the first boy.
Oh yeah.
And then Joragumo jumped out of nowhere with spidery ass legs, and took a nice little chomp out of Francois. But it's okay. Got the shield, Ophelia, because family sticks together. The other thing that was happening, Paperboy died, but I did lose 2 of my young LaCroix. It's fine. No big deal. We got, I think that's it for right now. We got Raphael LaCroix hiding in the bushes over here. Paravage is sneaking his way on over, and then Ophelia's over here behind the tree, giving orders from everywhere else. But we're gonna see what happens with that next turn. I think that's where I'm at. Where you at over there, Daniel?
Yeah, we murdered children this round. This is what we did. So I had the Katashiro over here, and it was completely surrounded. And like, I'm not really sure which I would have preferred because I eliminated 2 units, and that's great, and that's awesome. Whoop-de-doo, that's good for you, right? But like, and I eliminated 2 units with a single unit, and that was a summon anyway, and so I feel good about that, right? But do I feel good about letting 4 units all get +3 and then not being able to take out any of the heavy hitters? Not exactly. And then, so now Ophelia is well placed, Pierre Ravage is well placed, Raphael is well placed. The young LaCroix is going to come in here and probably start dropping some stuff. So I'm not sure if that was the best decision, but I think it was the only one to make at the time. Happy with our Tengo friend. We did score a point. So did Bayou Boss over here. We were very spread out. The Bayou was not. I think this is going to be a pivotal round 3 that we're going into. I think depending on how this ends up, I think that's going to change a lot about how this game happens. So I think I'm in a good spot. I think I'm in a relatively good spot. So we'll be back at the end of round 3 with lots of new information for you guys. So we'll be back. Bye. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the end of round 3 here between the Bayou and the 10 Thunders. Pivotal round 3, as anticipated. It was absolutely wild. I'll go through it. There were lots of flips. Turns, the cards really were both in and not in my favor at multiple times, but then it was a round of ups and downs, we should say. We were able to grab this strategy marker and then paired with our current one, we'll score a scheme there. And then I'm also revealing bait and switch with Francois, as we were able to get that scheme marker and everything else over here. So very, very happy with that and what we were trying to do. Then we were able to get another Obsidian Oni on the board. And then best of all, like I said, at the beginning of this game, all of my good cards apparently were at the bottom of this deck this entire turn. So I got all the way to basically down to the last card before I got any of my severes, and I used them all to deal with our poor Ophelia. Zach, do you want to say a few words?
She will be missed. She will be greatly missed. But It's okay, you know, because we the bonds of family, the bonds of kin do not, they pass through the grave, you know. We're still family, even though she did, and it's good. It's gonna be good because she's gonna help us win this game. What I did do this time is I managed to get Asami down to less than half health over there, and I revealed Assassinate. So she's about to go be just as dead as Ophelia, you know, have some friends down in the grave. I did not manage to get, I'm falling behind in these strategy markers a little bit, but that's okay. I still got time. It's fine, got time. To win some too. And I still got my other scheme that's over here, and it's gonna be fun times for all. But yeah, I think that's where I'm at with my stuff. No major changes, unfortunately. Oh, the other thing that I was kind of proud of, I did manage to scare Raphael. Managed to scare Asami out of the bushes. He'll rustle up some grub for us.
He did push Asami out of the bushes. That did happen.
Yeah, and I'm excited. That's the first time I used Raphael, so he did what he was supposed to do, and I'm proud of you, buddy. Even though you're a little creepy looking. But yeah, I'm excited to see where the rest of this match takes us.
Yeah, we're now at the end of round 3. We got 2 more sets of actions. Asami's hanging out here. 1 master's gone. Currently it's 3-2. So good scoring game so far, and we'll let you know how things are at the end of round 4. So we'll be right back.
Bye. All right. It was the end of the game. We finished a little bit early because all my dudes are dead, but it's okay. It's okay because you know how they're all friends in the grave. Well, now they're friends in the grave. Raphael's gonna be the only one alive. We got a young LaCroix left alive, and it is probably impossible for me to, you know, it's absolutely impossible for me to pull this victory out my ass. So we're gonna cut this here. I scored 2 points from one from Assassinate. No, I would have scored 3 points. 3 points total because your dude did die.
Yeah, you're gonna get, because you get both the Assassinate points.
Yeah. Hidden Martyrs is not gonna go off because both of them died in the same turn, which is nuts so loopy, which is fine. But yeah, Mary exploded in a fiery demise, and Paravage exploded in a fiery demise too, and just happened to take Francois with him, which is interesting and a brilliant play. So I'm gonna let Dana talk about that.
Yeah, there was a moment when we got to, there was a point in this game where Fuotasu was shooting, because there were three Bayou family members over here living their best life, and Fuotasu he was doing his best to defend, because I was trying to defend the deployment zone for bait and switch, which I also scored because no one ended up in my deployment zone, which is good for me. And he's trying to defend that from them, and he just managed to, with the red Joker on damage, just explode Pierre. It triggered blast damage actually, so it was like 7 damage to Pierre, 6 to Francois, and then exploded. There was a dynamic explosion. It was like 17 points of damage to 2 different models. I mean, it was nuts. It was nasty. It was nasty. And at that point, we were midway through round 4, and it was that point that Zach had 4 total hit points between 2, or Bayou Boss here had 4 total hit points between the 2 models, and that was going to be it. So I still had the Obsidian Oni to go. I still had Minako Ray to go. So I was able to capture the middle strategy marker and the close left strategy marker to get 3 points this turn. And then in turn 5, I would have taken this one with Minako Ray. So I actually ended up with all 4 strategy points for this challenge. And then I also had Hidden Martyrs, but I did it wrong. It's totally my fault, because I accidentally put, I didn't realize that you couldn't make someone a martyr because it makes sense. It's just me being dumb. You can't make someone a martyr if they're insignificant. And I didn't have the units to even make 2 models under 3 cost. So I should have picked one of our other ones. What Zach and I have kind of decided is that I just didn't score any of them, and I can't score either of them. So I didn't. But I did get both of my schemes for bait and switch because I did manage to get Francois before he died, and then I did end the game with no one in my deployment zone. So definitely 7 or less. So great effort. Thank you to you, Bayou Boss, for this game. Anything you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Talk about you know me, because I'll go down today. But I ain't gonna. These people got other games to see, so I'm gonna let them go on see some other games. And we will see you guys at the tournament. It's the last round.
This is round 7. This is it. Next time you'll see us is sometime in November when everything is live, and you'll see us play these games and see every single card flip and all the drama. So we'll send you on the next game. Thank you so much for being here, and y'all have a good night.
Hello and welcome everybody to another Malifaux Breach Battles round robin. This is round 7, and I believe it is the last round. So for this game right here, we have brought in the Ortegas again. I had a really good time playing the Ortegas, and it was a good enough experience that I decided to play them again. And funny enough, we have a what's shaping up to be a pretty fast game. We're on Break the Line, which I can move over here for you guys. If you don't know what it is, I'm on Break the Line. I know it's probably hard for you to read. I don't have control of that camera right now, but pretty much we chose our deployments, and then we alternated putting down strategy markers in the middle, at least 6 inches apart. On the map, we are both like directly across from each other, and all of the strategy markers are like right next to us. So we're essentially it's gonna be a bloodbath in the middle on this one. And for that reason, I have brought in Assassinate, because, the Ortegas, we like to kill people. So we have Assassinate, which is kill the leader. Damage the leader, half health, get a point, kill the leader, get another point. Simple as it gets. And our next strategy, we have brought Let Them Bleed. So for this one, it is at the end of the turn, if there are 2 enemy models in play that are tied for or have the highest cost. So his 2 highest cost models, I guess. Yeah, his 2 highest cost models. And I gotta get them half of their health, and I get a victory point, half or less. And then at the end of the game, if there's no more than one of them remaining, then play that has health equal to its maximum HP. I'm sorry, the wording on these confuses me sometimes. I believe it's saying as long as there's not one of them is in play and not at max health. So I kill one's left, not max health, I get another point. Seems pretty good for the murder squad. For the team itself, my Malifaux veterans will have to probably know what I'm talking about, but I will do my best to describe them for the people who are new to the game. First, we have Perdita Ortega, our master. Essentially, everybody here is a family member. I was told to use a Vin Diesel voice, but my voice acting is not great. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a bit embarrassed doing it, so you have to deal with me. Essentially, we put all of our units within 6 inches of each other, and they can discard a card to take an action on someone who is a lower cost than them. So essentially, the higher ups order the other family members to do something for them at the cost of discarding a card. We have family values triggers on almost all of these, if not all of them, which can give focus, which will move them. And it will also draw a card if I want to, so I can do either or, which is really good. And actually, Nino automatically gets family values, so he'll be kind of like a card draw engine along with our enslaved Nephilim, who just, I believe, draws a card for ending its activation. Santiago is going to be paired up with Francesco. So Francesco will order Santiago, and Santiago can order Nino, and Nino can order Abuela, and Ortega can obviously order anybody she wants. A lot of the synergy with Abuela is that you can she's a lower cost thing, so she can be ordered by anybody, but then she can use her order to use a bonus action to tell someone else to do something, kind of like skipping the cost requirement, which is kind of nice. Obey is just a really good card, a really good ability too, and the Nephilim and her have it. But yeah, the general gist of this is going to be fight for the middle and murder as many people as we can. And hopefully we'll have a good game. We're anticipating a fast game, but we will see. Now I just gotta get Jake back. And he will tell you his spiel.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our 7th round. My name is Jake. I've been the one playing a variety of different members within the Outcast. You also hear that I'm just a little bit sick today, so my energy and maybe voice are going to be just a little bit lower. However, let's get into this. Today we are fighting against the Ortegas. We're fighting against the Guild. The last time, if you've been following the story, we saw Vanessa Chambers flying on the airship captained by Captain Zip, and she and her crew and Captain Zip all met their end at the Dreamer as they raced to the capital to try to warn the world that Hamlin, the Rat King, was going to come and rise again. Our story today falls upon a group of outlaws running around outside the woods nearby the capital. We see Parker Barrows, Doc Mitchell, Benny Wolcott, that snake in the grass, the one who betrayed the Chamber Sisters in the first place, Bandito, and Mad Dog Brackett, all gathering in the woods, the Guild finally having had enough of them and sending the Ortegas themselves out to finish them off. My team is mostly a shoot them up team, with Benny being sort of my tank, who I'm hoping will get shot quite a lot to summon rats. Additionally, we have in my soulstone count 3 soulstones. So that's going to help me a lot as I sort of try to use some certain abilities going on, particularly with Parker Barrows, but also with Mad Dog Brackett, to sort of trigger some events that I really want to have happen, like explosions. I'm really hoping to hurt fast and hard all of Dylan's, the Guild's crew. Additionally, my schemes are assassinate and let them bleed. Why would I ever change? It's such a good one to do. You just have, I'm going for them, I'm attacking, I'm slaying them. And in this case, in this story, we find ourselves where the outlaws, they're being cornered. They've finally been caught in the spooky woods, and they are going to duke it out with the Ortegas. Parker Barrows, you can hear him shouting, "Ah, shit, they found us!" Oh, get yourself ready. Benny, I brought you on recently, but you better make yourself useful. Oh, don't you worry, I will make myself useful. Some would say that I will succeed fantastically, even Gouda in this situation. Benny, I never understood your jokes, but I get it. And then we have Mad Dog Brackett and the Bandito, who are going to hold down this left side here. Last but not least, my kind of goal and hope for this encounter will be to kind of rob all of the Ortegas. My team is mostly about making them drop ski markers and then getting bonuses or doing damage and harming based upon those ski markers, and hopefully collecting more soul stones in the process. And there we go. Thanks, everybody. That is my introduction. I'm really looking forward to this game, which maybe will be over by like round 3. I could be entirely dead, sort of what we saw in the. So let's get into it. Will the Outcasts be able to survive against the Ortegas? And will our criminals be able to see the end of their days here? Or will they escape and eventually make it back to the capital? Or will Benny Wolcott escape to the capital himself?
All right, and welcome back, everybody, to the end of round 1. As you guys know, round 1, we do not score any points. However, the Ortegas have found out that sometimes family doesn't work, as we have 2 family members who died, but we did get we did get some revenge back for our 2 family members by killing 2 of their family members, or bandits.
Yeah, you came out here hunting for some bandits and you met some guns, all right? You weren't ready for Mad Dog Beckett to just shotgun everybody.
Mad Dog Beckett shotgunned me like 4 times.
Yeah, and it was vicious.
It had some godly rolls, and there was not much we could do to stop it.
But you killed off both my Bandito and Mad Dog Beckett at the end, which was good. Now I'm 3v4. I mean, there's 3 of us bandits left.
3v4, and we still have some really good action economy left on our side. If the cards flip right, we could still do pretty good here. And it is only the end of round 1, so we haven't even scored points yet.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what could happen is by the end of probably round 3, is where the dust is going to settle, and either one team is standing or not. I feel like a little bit.
Yeah, I think initiative is going to have a big impact on this. I got some little tricky things we might be able to do with initiative.
I mean, I would be careful though. I'm getting pass tokens now that you have more units than me.
You are getting a pass token.
And I've gone deep in initiative before. When I played Daniel, I played the 10 Thunders. Did you hear about this? We went 4 cards deep on initiative cheats.
4 cards deep.
Yeah, we kept cheating back and forth until we won.
Because you just tie and do it again.
Yeah, we just kept tying and we just kept going deeper and deeper until we.
Oh my god! Until someone didn't have a high enough card.
Yep.
Well, we're looking for red Joker, so.
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how that shakes out.
But yeah.
How's your schemes and strategies going? How are you feeling about those? Confident? Not confident?
Schemes and strategies? I think we're still pretty good. One second, actually. I'll read it real quick.
Yeah. Are you gonna start trying to kick the can with Santiago?
Kick the can? I mean, yeah, he's definitely gonna start kicking the can.
Well, what's the point? Just keep doing the bloodshed with me. Keep hanging out.
I mean, I can kick the can and shoot you.
Uh-huh. That's an interaction.
I mean, yeah. Interact, move the concealment out of my way, then shoot you.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's the plans. Those bees the plans.
Well, you better watch out.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about my schemes.
Benny Wolcombe. I don't know if you heard the story, but he betrayed the Chamber Sisters. Right?
Oh my
He
god!
did not that fight in the bayou down in the sewer, but Benny's about to come back because Benny is truly, as we all know, audience, we all know, Benny's actually a servant of the dark powers of Hamlin. Benny doesn't give a dang about the Barrow and his dock. Benny just wants rats.
He just wants rats.
Yeah. All right. So, how about we just truce? How about we just say we're all just best friends?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that.
All right. I tried. Your funeral.
My funeral? Your funeral, guy. We'll see who lives and dies here. We let the cards decide.
Well, audience, let's see what happens when we get back to round 2. Let's see how this takes out.
See you at the end of round 2, yeah.
At the end of round 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the end of round 2. And as we predicted, the game's over. The game is over. I'm dead. Everyone's dead. As the dust settled, it was the Ortegas and the family who came together. And so I just want to bring us into the scene for a second, have my final kind of closing scene here, setting up for the actual tournament coming up. As the dust settles, gun smoke sprays around out of the bushes, through the trees, right? We had the renegade group of Parker Barrows and their bandits sort of running away, and the Ortegas came out to deal with them. Well, the Ortegas successfully did so. Using some quick action, some explosive shotguns from Abuela Ortega, they shoot down Parker Barrows, and we see, in finally, the last unit. We see Doc, as he stands there, quivering in front of the other Ortegas, and he says to them, Listen, you've killed my master. You don't have to kill me. But I have a warning to tell you. You should return back to the Grand City, to the capital. You know that man, the one with the rats on him, Benny? He paid me. He paid me in soul stones to let Parker Barrows die. Benny didn't care if he perished. And now Hamlin the Rat King is going to return, coming out of the sewers yet again, having learned with rats in every single encounter. He has watched and learned from the other guilds, the other units, the other organizations and factions. You are not prepared. And he runs over and he grabs Perdita and says, if you spare me, I can teach you what you need to know about Hamlin the Rat King.
The Ortegas think hard on this decision. We could use someone like you in the family.
Yes, I can be an Ortega.
That's right. So it's a lot of training that goes to being Ortega. You're gonna have to get used to shooting that pistol.
Okay, which one's the trigger again?
Got a lot of work to do, but before that, you'll come back to us to the city and we'll prepare the rest of our family for the invasion of rats from the sewers.
Yes, good. There's been rats everywhere. He's had a spy in nearly every single situation before. He's seen how the factions operate, and Hamlin is going to return. Here's all my soul stones. Take them.
Perfect. Ortega family does make their money off soul stones, and I'm gonna need this as payment to take care of this Hamlin fellow.
Good.
My family will not fail you.
Thank you for sparing my life.
Anytime, Doc.
Sweet. Anytime. Okay. Every other time after this, I'm calling in the favor now. Just spare my life.
Every time.
I'm also a lawyer, so that's binding. Verbal contract.
Oh, okay. Of course.
All right. That's the scene. I'm going to be in rat costume. I'm going to be making cheese puns. I'm ready to go for next round when they come into the tournament, so buckle up.
Oh, you're going to join the Ortegas?
No.
Can you imagine?
I'm repping the Rat Man.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
So how did this wrap up, Dylan? How did this whole the second round finish up?
That was crazy. Oh my goodness. Do you want me to say like how it actually like the
Yes.
Okay. So the Ortegas are very good at action economy, and once getting his heavy hitter shotgun wielding, monster out of the way. And then Benny had the audacity to push in front of Perdita Ortega. And so Perdita Ortega did what anybody would do, and she just unloaded the chamber on him. The Ortega family was not one to back down from a fight, and we shot Benny. I think we shot him 3 times and had him use 2 of his soul stones to try and live.
Yep. Yeah, you shot him up a bunch.
After that, I think did I have Santiago go?
Yeah, you had Santiago go. He got that red Joker.
No. I think he went and he couldn't hit him.
Yep.
And so he lived with 1 HP again. And then you had your master go. And so we had a master on master action as we both had assassinate.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for him, he hit red Joker on triple advantage on the first attack.
No, black Joker.
So he focused, he charged. Oh yeah, he got black Joker. So he did no damage. I cheated in a mask on my defense duel to get a shot back at him. Did weak damage for 2. Then he tried to shoot me again with just advantage. Missed, but I flipped a natural mask this time. And so I did it again, but I hit moderate damage, which is 4 damage. So he took 6 damage and my master took none.
Yeah. I was the attacker and I took more damage than the defender. And that was a real shame.
Yeah, it's a real kick in the teeth. And then after that, Santiago went and crit on his damage with a Ram's trigger to hit the master.
I mean, I feel like that's sort of the epitome of what we see in the master hero of Perdita and Santiago, right? Like, you're duking it out with Parker Barrows, this professional gunslinger, and Perdita's just like, nah, I'm better than you. Watch it.
Yeah. Our family is just stronger.
Yeah.
That's the power of family.
wild. That was a wild. And then Abuela had her shotgun, so she could just clean up. I had summoned.
And at the end of Santiago's, at the end of Santiago's turn, he activates Abuela, and Abuela blast totems all of the rats and Parker Barrows, which ends up being fatal damage.
That was wild. You know, the one unit I kind of wish I could have been able to use a little bit more was Bandito. Bandito's weird thing, actually, honestly, is at gunpoint, I can make you take actions, like move actions towards me. Right?
So within 8 inches, you tell him to go.
I just make you get closer and closer or do stuff that's just a bad move. And then additionally, the once per turn, right? That once per turn says that I can take a shot.
Yeah, if I drop a ski marker.
Yeah, so Mad Dog and Bandito were trying to work together, but you just had Aporel and you had Santiago just being able to kind of just take some really solid shots through the trees here.
Yeah, it was just like a little small opening between this tree and this log that I could actually see through. And also, I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah.
So how did the point?
Oh, Nino. Yeah, no. Nino was playing pretty crucial on that. What'd you say? How the points work out?
Yeah.
So after everybody's dead, obviously, I have 3 more rounds.
Yep.
I scored on round 2 because I did push one during that round, and then all I have to do is move my units in a way to push the rest of the strategy markers, which with Obey and Alporel and getting all the extra action economy, I feel like I could have pushed at least one of them a turn, no doubt, if not more. So I got 1 for every consecutive round. So 3, 4, and 5, I get 3 more strategy points. And since I killed everybody, I couldn't get the first reveal on Assassinate, but I did get the end game because his leader's dead. And same thing with Let Them Bleed. I couldn't get the reveal because they have to still be in play, and they're not. But at the end one, they don't have to be in play. And since they're all dead, I get the end one on that too. Yeah. So I end up getting 2 from my schemes and 4 from the strategy. And that brings us to a 6-0 because you were not able to get any schemes or strategies.
Yeah, and that was a ton of fun. I mean, I really like the fact that we sat down and I think we both kind of looked each other in the eye.
We're about to fight. Yeah.
Here we go. Let it go. So, yeah, super fun. Your team is incredible. I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out during the tournament. Yeah,
the Ortegas have a lot of action economy, and so I played almost everybody in the guild, and I don't really like their summoner. I don't like Dashel too much.
Yeah.
Lady Justice can be good, but the Ortegas are just so strong. As of right now, I love playing Sonya too. I love just stacking burns on people, but the Ortega's action economy with what they can do and in their card draw, they are insane.
Yeah.
And so I'll probably play them a lot more in this tournament.
I love the Chamber Sisters, but unfortunately they got defeated eventually by just a bunch of Bayou Goblins and the 10 Thunders, and so time to bring back Hamlin and the Blight, you know?
Yeah, Hamlin's back from the sewers.
So we're gonna see how that shakes out. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
But thanks everybody. Thanks for watching. That was our game. Record time, right?
Record time, super fast, like 2 hours.
2 hours. There we go.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll send you guys over to the next people. Who I'm not sure who they are yet, but we'll send you over to them.
Yeah.
And thank you all for watching.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Bye.
Okay, folks, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, the Neverborn are not bringing the Dreamer. We're playing an aggressive strategy, right? We are playing symbols of authority, and I brought back an old friend, someone who's gotten zero respect in this tournament, who's been just slaughtered, and today she's going to regain her throne. We're bringing in Nekima, glorious, beautiful emissary of death, Nekima. We have a highly aggressive crew. as is Nekima, right? You know, all in or nothing. We're bringing in 2 mature Nephlins, the Blood Shaman and the Blood Hunter. And of course, inhuman reflexes, so we can abuse movement in her range. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. Here's how I think it's going to go down. I think Seamus is going to do Seamus nonsense and bounce around. I'm going to try to ignore him, but man, if he goes into like a place that isn't great, like if he pops up close to me and I can fly with me and get up to him, I might just try to slaughter him in the first round. But I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to bounce around, stay away, occasionally take pot shots at me. I'm okay with that. He's not going to be around corpse markers if he's in my back line, because all of his team can't do what he does. And then we're going to slaughter this team. We're going to mop them up. We're going to kill everyone. I see what they're packing, the punches. I'm not impressed. I am the queen of the Nephilim, and I am going to just murder everyone and try to get this by turn 3 to a game where it's Seamus versus my entire team. Feel good about that. Feel real good. It's going to be a high point scoring game because I'm not going to really stop Seamus from grabbing my strategy markers if he chills around here. I'm all right with that. But I am going to get across. I have breakthrough and split them up. And with the action economy, I can branch off, land next to things, start dropping markers, picking up markers, and just basically mopping up in turn 4 or 5. Yeah, that's where I'm at. 2 soulstones I don't like. I'm usually a big soulstone boy. But round 1, we're gonna get the old classic. Give everyone on the team focus. We got an 8 to cheat in to give Nekima double focus, so she can just. I mean, probably by turn 2, she's gonna drop some targets. Turn 2, something's dying, just from Nekima alone, for sure. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be high action, bloody death. Long live the Neverborn. Let's retake our lands from these terrible heathens, these resurrectionists, these grave spirit worshippers. Yeah.
Alrighty, let me move over to my side of the board over here. Alright, so I have brought Seamus to this fight, who I'm most familiar with and I'm most comfortable with. As you all know, I am... Let me make sure I'm not muted. I am playing my brother! So this is really intimidating and scary. We were very competitive growing up playing games, so I'm just gonna do my best. So we got Seamus, as you guys have seen, who is amazing and bops all around the board and is just an absolute delight to play. And then, of course, the Copycat Killer that I can swap places with. I've also brought the Carrion Emissary. The Resurrectionist Red Chapel, the Resurrectionist Versatile are just amazing. I've done this so many times, and most of the time I've either won the game or I've tied the game. But like the versatile squad and just selection in the Resurrectionist crew is that they're all like really, really strong. But like, yeah, so I got the Carrion Emissary again, who has Terrifying, and of course his Exhumation, which just like spawns, mindless zombies, which is really nice. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And then Azura, I brought Azura Rotten this time around. She also summons zombies. She's hard to kill. One of the nice things about her is she has this Rottenburg Residence ability, which means friendly, mindless zombie models within line of sight ignore this insignificant ability during their activations. So I'm gonna be able to use I'm gonna be able to use zombies to drop scheme markers and pick up scheme tokens because they won't be insignificant anymore. As long as they're within line of sight, which shouldn't be too hard with this particular map. There's some trees and everything, But for the most part, I should be able to see them without any kind of hindrance. The other nice thing that I'm really happy about, and this kind of goes along with my schemes, is her zombie apocalypse ability, where I can summon a mindless zombie into base contact with this model. But if I do a tome, when resolving, place the summoned model into base contact with any table edge instead of this model. Yeah, I read that right. Which is going to be really nice for one of my schemes. He's back. Why is he back? But yeah, so which is going to be really, really nice. And then I got Mortimer here. I've used him before. I think the last game that I played in, he didn't really do a whole lot. He was just kind of chilling, protecting the markers that I had already. So he didn't do a whole lot. But outside of that, those are the bolas that I got. My plan, of course, is to get some more action economy with these mindless zombies, and it's gonna be nice because they're not gonna count against pass tokens. Where Brent would normally have to draw more pass tokens. And then I have, for my schemes, I have outflank and breakthrough. And for outflank, that's going to be really, really nice with Azura Rotten. And of course, anytime that the scheme breakthrough pops up and you have Seamus, perfection, works perfectly well with him. But other than that, that is what I got going on here. Here we go, another descent into madness. All right, you can come back now, Brent. I don't know if he can see me. I'll message him. All right, let's get into this though. End of the first round, beginning of the second round. Of course, the first round is typically not the most eventful of rounds. We've moved. Things are places now. Nekima is all the way in the middle of the board, attempting to go head to head with the peeps that I have over here. For me, didn't score anything because of course it's the first round. But I placed, I've got 3 zombies that I think I summoned this round. 1, 2, 3. And then I guess my play of the round would definitely be with Azura Rotten, where I had a 12 of tomes, and I also used a soul stone to be able to do a zombie apocalypse, which summoned a mindless zombie into base contact with any table edge instead of her, the model. So I summoned him all the way over here next to this strategy marker, and then she actually has a really cool feature, which basically any friendly mindless zombie within line of sight ignore the insignificant ability during their activation. So very cool. Yeah, Brent.
Rotten definitely threw me a curveball. I'm still feeling pretty good about this. Flipped a black joker when I had a chance to mess someone up. I flipped a 12 and a black joker. It really hurt my feelings a lot. But hey, sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. But I'm feeling pretty good.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all I got for round 1. All right. All right. On to round 2 then. All right, end of round 2. We're about to be on round 3. Eventful things that happened on my end. I lost both Azura and the copycat killer, which is heartbreaking for me. But I was able to grab one of these scheme or strategy markers, so I got that. The other thing that I was able to do with Seamus, I was able to kill the absolutely fucking terrifying Nekima, who was the purpose for the downfall of both of those models, so I had to take her out as soon as humanly possible because she's very scary. But other than that, a couple of my models are looking kind of hurt. I'm gonna try my best to keep them alive. Brent.
Losing Nikima hurts so much. I don't think we're out of it yet, but I'm definitely going to have to claw myself up from the mud to win this. There's still a chance, but it's going to be rough. It's so much murder this game. It's going to be good.
All right, well let's head into round 3 then. All right, end of round 3. What even happened this round? Good gracious. I didn't score any points, didn't pick up anything, but I was able to keep my carrion emissary alive, which is really nice. And of course he's over here making his way to this strategy marker. We've got Seamus over here. And then I think some of my zombies died this round. I think just maybe 1 or 2 of my zombies died this round. At this point, I think it's gonna be just a dash to points. It's just gonna be a dash to try and see who can get the most points. I'm gonna try to keep my carrion emissary alive as much as possible. So we'll see how it happens. How about you, Brent?
I have to kill your emissary. I'm gonna go to town on him. And in the meantime, the matured Nephilims are gonna be just trying to score. It's gonna be a wild game because now we are in a situation where we're just trying to score points. I don't think there's any killing potential. Seamus might be able to come in, but it's hard. It's hard right now. So yeah, it's just gathering points. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, all right.
You could be my first loss. My first loss. Oh, to my own sister. It would be good. It would be good.
But yeah, I dropped another mindless zombie this round. I have another coffin token, or coffin marker down. And then my zombie's here is just moving. He's moving his way this way. So yeah. So we'll see what happens. All right, so end of round 4. We've kind of rationalized as this was kind of turning out how the score was going to end up. Final score: Neverborn 2 and Resurrectionist 4. I have beaten the undefeated.
It hurts. It hurts so much.
Seamus, he went over here and he picked up this scheme marker, or strategy. I always get them mixed up. Scheme markers. Strategy marker. He picked up this strategy marker over here, and then he was aimed to bop over to this one and pick up this strategy marker on the next round, and then my carrion emissary was gonna move and drop another. I was either gonna have my carrion emissary move over here and pick up. Actually, no, that wouldn't have mattered. I would have, because I can only score 1 per turn. So I would have probably ended up moving over here, dropping another strategy or scheme marker, and attempting to get that third scheme marker over here with Seamus in the last round. My zombies, of course, are the entire time we're just completely enveloping this blood shaman, just following him around, trying to keep his action economy minimalized as possible. And then Mortimer, of course, same here, is just kind of like guarding this this strategy marker here. I will say playing this crew melee attacks has not been fun for me this entire fight. With this black blood ability that they had going on, that was just devastating. I hate it so much. Just anytime the model suffers damage, the attacker suffers damage. And anything within 1 inch. So my horde of zombies, essentially, I would surround these guys, and if I hit him once, it would damage everyone who was surrounding them. So that was pretty crazy. That's an amazing ability that I did not prepare for when I first was putting together my crew. But yeah, so that's my take on the end of this fight, this setup here.
Nakima is brutal. I put her in a situation where I thought she would survive, but I flipped a black joker and a lot of bad shit, and she died. And that just kind of put me in the coffin. Try to keep this strategy alive, but hot damn did that flip hurt. I weighed my options. I weighed my probability, and I was like, oh yeah, so many negative flips. There's no way Nakima will die right here. She did.
I had to take her out. I was like, the only person who could do it is Seamus.
And even with negative flips, he did it. So
he did it.
Goddamn.
But yeah, this was a good game.
Good game. I lament, but well played.
Well, other than that is the end of this match between the Resurrectionists and the Neverborn. We are going to send you on to the next match. Thank you for joining us. This is the last round robin recording. After this episode, we're playing live games, so make sure to join us. Make sure to join us Tuesdays on the Ink and Lyre channel at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We can't tell you who, because of course the games aren't done yet, so we can't tell you who the first match is going to be against yet, but we will let everyone know as soon as possible. If you follow us on Twitter, as well as Facebook, we'll let you all know as soon as possible who the first matchup is. But other than that, see y'all next time.
That's it for Breach Battles tonight. Shout out to, I think it was me, Lauren, and Dylan for our victories this evening. Crazy. I was watching the whole, like, in this particular Breach Battles there were two battles that were just absolutely wild. It was the one where Zach and I were playing, and at the end of that game, I think I did something like 20 some odd points of damage in like a single activation or two activations or over the course of three. It was absolutely crazy. And then Lauren did something very similar to Brent, ending those games. And so it just throughout this round robin, I've kind of like, while trying to learn and figure out the game and how it works and stuff, I am always shocked, I guess is probably the right word, and just always so surprised because the game can just absolutely flip on its head at any moment, and it goes from everything's going great and everything's fine and like both players have a good shot, and it's like sometimes it's hard to tell who's winning, because it's like, oh, how many points can you score, how many points can you not score anymore, and no one really knows. But then all of a sudden the entire thing flips on its head in just in the span of like 8 cards, and it's wild to me how quickly this game can shift. So excited for all of you to kind of see these games play out live. So we'll be back on Tuesday, November the 2nd, for our first live game. You'll see Jake and you'll see Brent. You'll see the Outcasts and the Neverborn. It's our first official live game here on the channel. So very excited for that. The next time you can see us, of course, though, is tomorrow with Candlekeep Mysteries as we do our wrap-up show for that. So don't know how long that'll go, but we'll go through and we'll talk about it, and someone will host it. I don't know. We'll figure that out tomorrow. And then we're on hiatus for a week, so we'll be back in November. So shout out to our partners. Thank you for everyone following us and joining us this evening. Everyone who's watching on YouTube and all those places, join us and support the channel by following, telling your friends about it, supporting with your Twitch Prime subscriptions, all those kind of fun things. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.